So this is the third experiment in the networking lab, and this is the simulation of DHCP, DNS and HTTP server. So in this we have a DHCP server, a DNS server and a HTTP server on this side, and there's a router connecting these two networks, and here we have one server that performs DNS, DHCP and HTTP purposes, and we have two nodes here, and we have five PC nodes here. So this DHCP server is used to assign IPs to these PCs automatically. This DNS server is used for domain name resolution, and this HTTP server is used to fetch web pages. On this side, all three functions are performed by this server itself, and this router links these two networks. So now we will open the config of the DHCP server. So as you can see, here the DHCP server is given the IP 192.168.2.8 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. This is the default subnet mask of class C, and this is left as it is. And in the services, DHCP is on, and the default gateway is given as 192.168.2.1 and the DNS server 192.168.2.9, and the IP assignment starts from 192.168.2.10, and the subnet mask remains the same, and the maximum number of users of 50. Hence this is the configuration of the DHCP server. And next is the DNS server. The DNS server is given the address of 192.168.2.9, and the subnet mask remains the same /24. And in this, the DNS service is kept on, and two websites are added to be translated to these respective addresses, and hence this is the configuration of the DNS server. And here is the HTTP server. In this, the HTTP service is on, and this web page is left here. So this web page will be fetched whenever this web page is requested from the nodes. So hence this is the configuration. And now we will check the PCs. In the PC, the IPs are assigned automatically from the DHCP. We have switched on DHCP, and the assignment has started properly. You can see that every PC has got a proper IP address. The subnet mask through all these PCs remains the same, 255.255.255.0, and the default gateway is 192.168.2.1, and the DNS server is 192.168.2.9. All this info was entered in the DHCP server, and we can see that everything is assigned properly. Yeah. So now we will try to fetch the page which is located here in this domain and in this IP 2.7. So let's do that from one of the PCs. So here first we will try with the IP address. As you can see, the web page is fetched properly. Now we will try with the name, which is www.cpt.com. As you can see, even with the name, the DNS server is working properly, and it's translated to the IP, and the page is fetched. And so this side of the network is working. And now in this network, all three services, DHCP, DNS and HTTP, have been stored in this server, and this performs all three functions. So the IP address for this server is 190.168.3.2, and the mask is 255.255.255.0. And in here, the DHCP server is also already on. The default gateway is given as 190.168.3.1, and the DNS server is the same IP, 190.168.3.2. The IP address starts from 190.168.3.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. The maximum number of users are 50, and the DNS server here exists, and this is the local website, which is 192.168.3.2, and this is the website from this network. And also the HTTP service is also on, hence this website will be fetched every time we request for it. So this is the DNS service, and now we will use these PCs to cross check whether the DHCP is working. As you can see, the IP is automatically assigned over here, hence we can conclude that the DHCP is working properly. And now we will check the HTTP if it is working. So I will try to fetch the page at 3.2. So as we can see, the page is fetched properly. And now from this PC we will try using the domain name. As you can see, even with the domain name, the page is fetched. Hence HTTP, DNS and DHCP are working on this side, and this router links both the networks. And in this interface, it's 0/0 interface. It's given the IP address 192.168.3.1 and the mask 255.255.255.0, and the interface 4.0. It has the IP address 192.168.2.1 and the same subnet mask which is /24. Now we will try fetching the web page from this HTTP server from this PC. That will prove that these two networks are working properly and communicating. So let's try that. First we will try with the IP address 192.168.2.7. hence the website is fetched properly. Now what we will do is we will try with the domain name. And hence the page is fetched properly. Hence we can see that this network is communicating with this network properly. Now we will try the same thing from this network and fetch the page from this server. So first we will try with the IP address. Yeah, the page is fetched. And now we will try with the domain name. Hence we can see that the DNS is working from this server as well as this server. Hence the whole topology is configured and working properly. Hence this is the end of the third experiment, simulation of DHCP, DNS and HTTP. Thank you.